When you hear the word heist, your mind probably jumps to bank robberies, diamonds, or even priceless art. But what if I told you one of the strangest and most fascinating heists in history involved cheese? Yes, cheese, the creamy, savory, dairy gold we all love. In 2016, Wisconsin, the cheese capital of the United States, became the scene of a bizarre crime where thieves stole $70,000 worth of Parmesan and cheddar. It's a story so strange, so utterly unbelievable, that it almost sounds like the plot of a comedy movie. But make no mistake, this was a real crime with real consequences. And behind the laughter lies a series of bold questions. Why cheese? Who could pull off such a daring dairy heist? And most importantly, where did all that cheese go? It was a cold January morning in 2016 when employees at a distribution center in Oak Creek, Wisconsin, arrived for work. Everything seemed normal until they noticed a truck was missing. Not just any truck, but one carrying 20,000 pounds of high-quality Parmesan and cheddar cheese. That's over 10 tons of dairy. The thieves had somehow driven off with the semi-truck, vanishing into the frosty Wisconsin air. Here's where things get even stranger. The theft wasn't immediately noticed. It was only when the shipment failed to arrive at its destination that the alarm was raised. By then, the cheese and the culprits were long gone. How do you steal an entire truck of cheese and disappear without a trace? It's not like you can hide that much cheese in your garage. To understand why anyone would go to such lengths to steal cheese, you need to know just how valuable it is. Specialty cheeses like Parmesan and aged cheddar are worth a fortune. They're not just food, they're a luxury product. Parmesan, for example, is often called white gold in the culinary world. Aged for months or even years, it's prized for its rich, nutty flavor and can sell for over $20 per pound in some markets. Cheese also has another surprising advantage for thieves. It's easy to sell. Unlike electronics or jewelry, cheese isn't serialized or easily traceable. Once it's grated onto pizza or melted into macaroni, its origins are untraceable. Plus, it's durable. Parmesan and cheddar have long shelf lives, making them ideal for storage and resale. In some countries, cheese is smuggled as if it were illegal drugs. Canadian border patrols have intercepted mozzarella being smuggled from the U.S. to avoid high import tariffs. The Oak Creek Police Department launched an investigation, but they were up against significant challenges. The thieves had disabled the truck's GPS system, leaving no digital trail to follow. Security cameras at the distribution center provided little help, as the footage was grainy and inconclusive. Detectives theorized that the cheese was stolen by professionals who knew exactly what they were doing. This wasn't some spur-of-the-moment crime. The truck was targeted, suggesting the culprits either had inside information or were part of a larger operation. Was this the work of a sophisticated cheese cartel, or just a group of daring dairy enthusiasts? The Great Cheese Heist quickly became the talk of Wisconsin, and theories started swirling. One idea was that the cheese was smuggled across state lines and sold to restaurants or food distributors who didn't ask too many questions. Another theory suggested the cheese might have been shipped overseas, where high-quality American dairy products are in demand. But here's where it gets even crazier. Some locals speculated that the heist might be connected to organized crime. Believe it or not, there's precedent for this. In 2012, an Italian cheese cartel was busted for stealing wheels of Parmigiano Reggiano worth millions of dollars. Could a similar operation be happening in the United States? In Italy, Parmesan wheels are often stored in high-security warehouses, complete with guards and surveillance systems. That's how valuable they are. Yes, the cheese black market is a real thing. Stolen cheese often finds its way into unregulated markets, where it's sold at a fraction of its retail value. Restaurants, especially small ones, are known to buy stolen cheese to cut costs. In some cases, stolen cheese is even repackaged and sold as legitimate products in grocery stores. One bizarre example comes from Canada, where cheese runners smuggled mozzarella into the country to avoid tariffs. This scheme reportedly cost Canadian producers millions and created a thriving underground market. Could your favorite pizza joint be using black market cheese? It's not as far-fetched as it sounds. The Great Cheese Heist wasn't just a quirky headline. It had real consequences. Wisconsin's dairy industry is a cornerstone of the state's economy, contributing billions annually. When thieves target high-value shipments, it's not just the distributors who suffer. Local farmers and producers, many of whom operate on thin margins, also feel the impact. The theft also raised serious questions about security in the food distribution industry. If thieves could steal 20,000 pounds of cheese so easily, what else could they target? Meat? Alcohol? The possibilities were unsettling. In 2015, a truck carrying $85,000 worth of ice cream was stolen in Indiana. Apparently, dairy heists are more common than you'd think. Despite extensive efforts, the stolen cheese was never recovered. It's likely that it was sold off in small batches, making it virtually impossible to trace. The thieves were never caught, and their identities remain a mystery to this day. This lack of closure has only added to the legend of the Great Cheese Heist. It's a crime that feels almost too absurd to be real, yet it's a reminder of how even the most unexpected commodities can become targets for criminals. Could the cheese still be out there somewhere, aging in a hidden warehouse? Or has it all been consumed, leaving no trace of this bizarre crime? The Great Cheese Heist taught the food industry some valuable lessons. Today, many companies use advanced tracking systems, tamper-proof seals, and stricter vetting processes for drivers. But even with these measures, no system is foolproof. As long as there's demand, there will always be those willing to take risks to supply it, legally or otherwise. In 2019, thieves in Germany stole a truck carrying 20 tons of Nutella and chocolate bars. Food crimes, it seems, are a global phenomenon. The Great Cheese Heist may sound like a joke, but it's a story with serious implications. It highlights the vulnerabilities in supply chains, the surprising value of everyday commodities, and the lengths people will go to for profit. To this day, the stolen cheese remains one of Wisconsin's greatest mysteries, a quirky yet compelling chapter in the world of true crime. So, the next time you enjoy a slice of pizza or a block of cheddar, think about the strange, shadowy world of dairy theft. Because as absurd as it may seem, the Great Cheese Heist proves that even the humblest foods can spark the boldest crimes. And who knows? Maybe the next big heist won't be diamonds or cash. It might just be dessert. The Great Cheese Heist may sound like a joke, but it's a story with serious implications. It highlights the vulnerabilities in supply chains, the surprising value of everyday commodities, and the lengths people will go to for profit. To this day, the stolen cheese remains one of Wisconsin's greatest mysteries, a quirky yet compelling chapter in the world of true crime. So, the next time you enjoy a slice of pizza or a block of cheddar, think about the strange, shadowy world of dairy theft. Because as absurd as it may seem, the Great Cheese Heist proves that even the humblest foods can spark the boldest crimes. And who knows? Maybe the next big heist won't be diamonds or cash. It might just be dessert. The Great Cheese Heist is a tale that defies expectations. It's not just about the $70,000 worth of Parmesan and cheddar stolen from Wisconsin. It's a testament to how creativity and audacity can turn even the most mundane commodity into a target for high-stakes crime. From the meticulously planned theft to the enduring mystery of what happened to the cheese, this heist stands out as one of the most bizarre crimes in modern history. Think about it. 20,000 pounds of cheese vanished into thin air, leaving behind questions that may never be answered. Was this the work of a small-time operation, or was it part of a larger, more sophisticated network of food theft? The theories are as wild as they are intriguing. And yet, this crime also reveals something deeper about human nature. It's a reminder that even the most unlikely things can hold immense value, depending on context. Cheese, something we often take for granted, became a coveted prize a symbol of ingenuity and greed wrapped in wax and aged to perfection. The legacy of the Great Cheese Heist isn't just about the crime. It's about the laughter, curiosity, and fascination it continues to inspire. It challenges us to look at the ordinary with fresh eyes, to question the assumptions we make about what's worth stealing, and to wonder about the hidden worlds lurking just beneath the surface of our everyday lives. So, what do you think? Could there be another Great Cheese Heist waiting to happen? Or is this story destined to remain a one-of-a-kind legend? Share your theories, and don't forget to subscribe for more unbelievable true crime tales that will keep you guessing long after the last bite.